Is it an obligation to return a lost iPhone when I know that they should not have it in the first place?
It's a fascinating question, which is, of course, very difficult to answer. You know, the old question, a child wants a razor blade, are you going to give it to him? You know, it's mine. The honest truth is that this is a shalah for a Rav. The spirit of the question is spiritual vigilantism, right? You know what a vigilante is, right? A vigilante is someone who takes the law into his own hands. In the Lashon HaShas, Adam oiseh dina lenafshe. It's a din, it's a halach. That if you find yourself in a situation where you and another person are in some kind of a financial disagreement, and if you're going to wait to go to Bezdin, you're going to not get what you're entitled to, you're allowed to take it. And then you can go to Bezdin afterwards. Adam oiseh dina lenafshe, it's a din. Now in this case, it's not Adam oiseh dina lenafshe, it's Adam oiseh dina for the nafesh of the other person. So the question becomes, what is first of all, what's the requirement, and the second question is, what is the allowance? What right do you have to decide for somebody else their own avodas Hashem? It's a very interesting question. I think it's a very complex question, and I think the question can be broken down into different parts. The first part is the financial part. The phone is worth money. And you don't have a right to steal somebody else's money. So if you were to make this decision, you would have to make some kind of an arrangement with that person to be compensated for the money that you decided they shouldn't have. And then, of course, there's the use of the phone. And the question becomes, what is the halachic, first, what's the halachic allowance? And second of all, what is the halachic obligation that you have when it comes to another adult who is using something for an inappropriate behavior, for a bad behavior. My suspicion is, and I'm not a Rav, that halachically you don't have that authority. Now, according to Jewish law, you found a cell phone that has a monetary value. If you don't return it to its rightful owner, it's gneva. You have to return it to him. So then comes the question of kanoas, lifnim yishuras hadin, where you're not asking a question on halachic grounds. In other words, you're not asking questions on financial grounds, you're asking questions on moral grounds. I want to help this person be a better person, and I want to force this person into a better place by not allowing them to have access to this particular item. So putting the financial aspect aside, because I think you would have to compensate them for this, the rule of a kanoi is that it's halacha ve'ein made in Cain, which means there is room within Judaism for zealotry, but it's not the kind of thing you can advocate. If you have a shaila, then the answer is you have to give it back. It's the kind of thing, Bekanes kinasei b'seichem. Pinchas kills Zimri. And the whole event of Pinchas killing Zimri was based on the principle that you're not supposed to ask such a shaila. Don't come to what I would ask. That's why Moshe Rabbeinu told him, do it yourself. Because the criteria for kanoas is, if you feel that you are in that particular place where you're sincere enough and concerned enough about that other person's ruchnis that you are going to take their choice away, then there is room for that in Torah. I'm not sure if it's within the parameters of halacha. There's room for that in Torah, but you have to look into your own heart and see that your kanos is l'shem shamayim. Because if the kanos is not l'shem shamayim, then it's something other than that. So first of all, I want to make it very clear that I'm really not answering this question because I feel authorized to answer it. Most of the questions that I answer here are really more conversations than anything else. So you have to ask Harov. But ich shmuis, I'm talking it over so that somebody can come after me and criticize what I'm saying and maybe enhance what I'm saying and develop what I'm saying and so on. Is there room for a person to make such a decision? I think the answer is yes. But it has to be the right kind of person. I don't think this is a black and white issue. It's not like not giving children razor blades.